So let's write the program here. So I'm in the 7th column. So program sine data, right? And I write here in program sine data. Let me save this one, not as a normal text file, again as a Fortran file, modern Fortran file, right? So it is sine data.for. Okay. So I begin with defining the value x equal to 0. And delta x is equal to 5, right? And as a reference, this is in degrees, right? And I'm going to write here int the calculation. Int here x and the value of sine of x. You know it is going to accept values in radians, so I must have multiplication with pi and division by 180, right? So pi has to be defined. So I generally define pi as 4 times the inverse tangent of 1, right? So this is the definition of pi. So this has been calculated. Now we can update the value, right? Let's update the value. X is equal to x plus delta x. Delta x value has been generated. Now at the next level, I have to write the condition. X is less than 90, right? So then I would say go to 20. At 20, I'm asking for repeat the lines after this one, right? So 20 should be written from columns 2 to 5, and that's right. So this program is going to generate a data for me. Okay, now let's run this program, and then I will add my condition to that. CL is clear screen. So look for the directory. My program is there or not? sdata.for, right? So it is somewhere here. sdata.for. CLS V77 sdata.for minus so s data.exe. Program has rightfully been compiled. sdata.exe. So we have generated the data value, right? So for 0, for 5, 30 per, let's check at 30. So value is 0.5. So we are correct. And okay, so since the arithmetic has been done in the real mode, since I have not defined x as integer, so x by default has been taken as real number, right? So therefore, when the next value was evaluated, it said that it is slightly higher than 90. Let me give you a proof of that. What's the final value of x, right? X is equal to x. You will find that it is slightly higher than 90, right? So I will recompile. Sorry. Yes, recompile. This was lost. This was a compile time error. Something was not consistent with the Fortran. Therefore, the compiler has prompted an error. Okay, it has been rightfully compiled. Now sdata.exe, right? So it's there, and the value is slightly higher than 90, right? This program is very nice. You should pick up this data and try plotting the data for sine of x curve. And similarly, you should repeat that. Now the other problem, how many values are higher than a certain value, right? So once I get the value right here, let's count, let's start a counter here. So I say how many values, I would say I count is equal to 0. Okay. So now here I would say if sine of x is pi divided by 180, if this value is greater than, if this value is greater than say 0.5, then I count is equal to I count plus 1, right? So when this condition is satisfied, instantly get the value, count the value. And finally, after the end of the program, I would write print the value of I count. So in this interval, how many values are greater than, say, the level 0.5? That will be counted. So CLS, it's time to recompile and run. 11 values have been counted as greater than 0.5. So you may find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's correct. So when you have this kind of a program, with programs, there is no problem, say with the 1 degree difference, right? Calculation speed, let's check for that. 0.0001, right? Compile the program. First, you should test your program for a smaller set of numbers, for small iterations, for small loop repetitions, and then let it go. It has to go up to 90. You have to wait till it go to 90. Only calculation sine of x, one value sine of x, sine of x, sine of x, sine of x, right? So that's the way we use programming. That's why we use programming. Let me intentionally stop it, even though there was nothing wrong, but I have intentionally stopped that one. This is if I write it in the modern if structure, so it should be just like that. It's a block if statement. I count is equal to I count plus 1, and then if, right? So just if the filter satisfy this condition, it's a filter to the value. If the value is greater than 0.5, then count it. So let's run this one again. This is the modern alternative to that kind of if statement. So saving is required. Okay. If you do not run your program after saving, then there will be also a strange error. It will amaze you and really frustrate you. Right? So 601 values are greater than that. Look for the test x value. X value is slightly greater than 90, right? So that's the shift between that occurred due to the shift between the integer arithmetic and the real arithmetic, right?